Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in SpinTires MudRunner, and we have a brand new mod for you guys today from Banks. This is a Ram 3500 Megacab single rear wheel with a Cummins engine, and look at the freaking exhaust tip. I mean, you could stick your head in that dang thing. It's massive. But now, keep in mind, though, it's not unrealistic considering the fact that, like, at least if you live in Georgia, there's a lot of diesel trucks running around with exhaust tips that are that big. So it's actually properly realistic when you think about it. But there are a few different things you can do to this truck, one of which being a trailer. But first of all, you've got fuel and toolbox. You've got a gooseneck, well, wait a minute. Two different goosenecks, apparently. Gooseneck and gooseneck trailer. Light bar, which we're going to go ahead and put on. Overland camper, which is really cool. We got two of those as well, which I'm not sure why. Toolbox, which that, I think it's misnamed because it's basically like beds, like little kind of bed rails and a headache rack. And then you've got a welder and supplies. And then another toolbox itself, which carries 4 garage points, 3,000 repair points, 50 liters of fuel. That makes this thing an insanely good scout truck. But I'm going to go ahead and actually put a couple things. Let's see. First of all, let's put the gooseneck trailer on. And then from there, let's see what kind of features the gooseneck actually has. But mainly I want to see if I want to make sure the legs can be lowered. Yeah, operate ramps. Or not even legs, the ramps themselves. There we go. I just had to figure out the proper combination. Okay, now let's leave those right there. And let's swap over to this Tatra and let's see if it fits on the... Well, you know, I'll be completely honest. I don't know if this thing's going to fit. I don't know if this thing's going to fit on that trailer. I mean, we could try, but... Well, no, never mind. I'm committed now. I'm not turning back. I was going to try the other truck, but then I was like, no, you know what? I've committed to this now, and the viewers expect this Tatra to at least be attempted, you know, they expect to see at least an attempt at loading this Tatra onto this trailer, so, oh boy. Here we go. Well, we're up. It it barely... Oh my god! Alright. I think we may have maxed out the rear suspension, but it's just a hunch. Just a, you know, just a hunch. Oh my god. We're gonna try to drive with this now. That rear suspension is so maxed out. Oh, oh god, I feel bad for the thing. Holy crap, I feel bad for this truck. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. It is not made for this. This is not the it's not made for that weight on the trailer. It's the capacity is not, it's not rated for this. Put it that way. But you know what? It still moves out, that's for sure. But you know what? Just because of the fact that that thing is so freaking like heavy on the back, well, I'm considering, well, you know what? I was gonna say let's drop it, but now I'm kind of curious as to how far it will go. And oh, does it have an interior view? Not really. Yeah, Banks' mods usually aren't really focused on interior view. They're mostly exterior, which is fine. I think for anything in like MudRunner, that's fine. Like if you're in ATS, let's say, you want a proper interior view. But if you're in MudRunner, like I mean, 99% of the time when I play MudRunner, I am in third-person view. Like I'm in exterior cam unless I have a tunnel to go through. And oh, that's bottomed out. Yeah, that's hella bottomed out. Okay, I am gonna disconnect that. Detached trailer. And I'm gonna drive this thing for a bit and test it out and see what it's like. Just because, like, it's fast. Dude, we're only in 4th right now. Now we're in 5th. God, it's fast. It's very fast. Holy crap. Suspension is actually really absorbent of bumps, too. Like, look at that. It does not take suspension damage very easily. I mean, it took a little bit there, but that was only because we kind of crashed down on the back end. Like, it's powerful and it's fast. It's way faster than you might think. It's also, I mean, it's faster than, some would say it's faster than it needs to be, but in my opinion, it's like, you know, if you're going to put it in auto, like if you want to put it in auto and just let it eat, that's fine. But if you want to put it in low 3 and just have it crawl down a trail, you could do that too, which I think makes this a very well-rounded mod, and it means you can use it in whatever scenario you want, really. And the ability to have the toolbox with the garage points and the repair points in it makes it probably one of the best, if not the best, scout truck I've ever tested. And not only that, but the welder with even more repair points makes it so that it can be a scout truck, a repair truck. If you want you know what I think actually would be the best combination for completing a map in, like, objective-based map insanely quickly? This as your scout truck, and this as your scout truck, and then not the Kenworth, but the Western Star as your logging truck. You would be done in, like, 10 minutes. I mean, it's a little bit of an exaggeration, obviously, but you'd be done hella freaking fast. You would be done so fast, it's not even funny. Oh, what do the lights look like? Well, they look proper. They're not anything crazy, but they do look good. Drop down a little bit. And actually, oh, the departure angle is kind of iffy because of that big bumper and the hitch on the back, but that's not really a big deal to me. I mean, this thing, it's like, you know, this thing is going to scrape at certain spots off-road. I mean, you kind of have to expect that with a freaking 3500 Megacab. I mean, it is what it is. It's a Megacab. It's not a Jeep. It's certainly not something that's like some sort of off-road buggy. I mean, this is a combination rig. This is a tow everything, you know, pull everything, but at the same time go and explore and look for different areas type rig. Like, this is an all-in-one rig that I think does its job incredibly well, and I really, dude, it's probably my favorite mod from Banks so far, just because I love the Dodge trucks. I mean, like, I feel like it was only a matter of time before somebody released a really, really clean, you know, Dodge Cummins, but I didn't know who it was going to be, and I was kind of hoping it was going to be Banks, because I love the style that Banks goes with for these trucks, because they're lifted and they've got big tires, but they've also got, you know, usually like either steel wheels or bead locks that are on the kind of on the smaller side, that gives the truck a really rugged off-road look. But you also get some of the comedy stuff like that massive, you know, exhaust tip, and it kind of rounds out these trucks very nicely. And I love the fact that the tow mirrors are out. It completes the kind of Dodge idea. It's like, it can't be, you know, you can't be a Dodge without the tow mirrors being out. I mean, it can, but it's not the full effect. Now, let me go back to the garage. Well, you know what? The garage is right there. I'm going to finish this trail because this trail's cool. I like this trail. Let me see how fast it is in high. High feels like it's probably about third. Actually, I was right. It is exactly third. Splash that water. All right, let's go back into low 3. See how she does up these rocks. It should be fine. Scrapes the side steps a little bit, but like, that's the only thing I would change about this truck really in real life, is I would take the side steps off and just replace them with actual rock sliders that were up against the rocker panels themselves. But that's just me. That's just what I would personally do. But again, it's Banks' build, and it's like, it's up to him what he does. So I think overall, I think it's a brilliant truck. I think it's a great build, and it's definitely going to be in my stable for a long, long time. It's going to be one of my main scout trucks, rescue trucks. It's a beast. It's an absolute beast, and I love it, and that is my verdict on this thing. Now, I'm going to go through and show you guys the rest of the customization features that this thing has, but I think my verdict on it right now, or at least how I feel about it, is pretty dang clear. Come on. Yes. Alright, so we'll get this thing repaired real quick, and then I'll go ahead and walk you guys through some of the actual, oh god, alright, gooseneck, fuel and toolbox. So the fuel and toolbox is kind of like a kind of commercial grade fuel tank back there. You can use that if you want to. You don't have to use any of these, but the overland camper also is really, really cool. Oh, is it not on the, does it not actually reach the hitch? That needs to be fixed. These are basically like bed rails and, you know, a headache rack. Ooh. there's a couple of little, they look like little LED pods up there. Honestly, I kind of like it. It gives it almost like a little bit of a hunting rig type feel. We've got a couple other things. We've got the welding supply, or welder and welding supplies, and you can stick the toolbox back there if you so desire. That actually weighs down the back of the truck just a little bit, but not very much at all. It's not that big of a deal. It's actually not that big of a deal at all. It's fairly, it's a fairly minor detail, but I'm going to spawn the gooseneck again because I want to see how it actually does towing something that's a proper size, like, for example, that Ram Charger. So we're going to put the parking brake on, and we're going to lower the ramps, and then just drive the Ram Charger. Oh, no! Didn't mean to do that. Genuinely didn't mean to do that. That was not my plan at all. All right. Drop those ramps down. We'll drive the Ram Charger up on the trailer. Honestly, it probably won't... It'll probably act like the Ram Charger's not even there. It probably won't even care that it's like there. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. All right. I was wondering why it was weird to find. I went through up and down the list a couple times. I was like, excuse me? All right, we're gonna go ahead and back this thing up and then drive it onto the trailer. And this should be like, this should look perfect. Like, this should be an absolutely perfect looking, you know, weekend off-road setup. The trailer, okay, it is a sticky trailer, which is good because that means that you're not going to have issues with vehicles flying off of it. Let's back it up just a little bit. That's too much. Well, that's fine. I'll keep it right there. Advanced and stop engine. We'll go back to... Oh, and by the way, this thing is also recallable, so it makes it like an even better scout rig or rescue rig. So let's operate the ramps. We'll pull them back up. And you can see the back end is weighed down just a little bit, but it's not weighed down enough that it's like a big deal or anything like that. And then you just set off, dude. Like, yeah, it's barely weighed down by it at all. So this is like your perfect setup for getting out to the trails. And dude, honestly, I don't think you could ask for a better setup than this in terms of a weekend out off-roading. I mean, this is just an absolutely gorgeous truck. Gorgeous setup, you know, actually the gorgeous Ram Charger on the back of the trailer. So I highly advise downloading this mod. It's available in the Steam Workshop. Go and you know, support Banks. He makes some awesome mods, and I really enjoyed this thing. I'll be using it a ton more in the future. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.